Hello, this is Charlie. This is about imagination, which some people's imagination, they get carried away, over subjects to do with the unknown and things that can't be explained if it's true or not true. People get carried away with their imagination, and it's gone on for thousands of years, right from the Bible. Subjects like the Bible, God, Jesus Christ, witchcraft, poltergeist, demons, tarot cards, Ouija boards, paranormal, the spiritual world, and it goes on and on and on. And all these subjects have gone on for thousands of years from the Bible and the way people have been brought up and what to believe in. But this belief and people's imagination have got out of hand over the years. I mean, from witchcraft to Ouija boards, paranormal, it all comes from the same place. It's the spiritual world trying to use people or use things to get through to prove there's life after death. It's their way of trying to communicate with you, and you'll use anything, anyone. And they even used Jesus Christ in his time. I mean, Jesus Christ wasn't a medium in his time, just like me. And the imagination around that time was completely different. He could only say certain things because people weren't civilized then. And their imagination was out of control, if you want to put it that way. And he said these messages come from God. But did they come from God or the spiritual world? They came from the spiritual world. That's where they come from. I mean, Jesus Christ in his time didn't know this. And I know that for a fact because I have actually picked up Jesus Christ. Doesn't matter what you lot think it says in the Bible or any of you Christians, because it's not like that at all. People don't look at facts and what makes sense, and what I say makes sense. I mean, spirits in the spiritual world and Jesus Christ and thousands of other spirits don't even know there's a God anyway. It's not that I don't believe in God. I'm in the middle. I believe that this beautiful world and this, that and the other, it does amaze me the way the world rotates in space and the sun and the moon and the way everything works and the way we work. It does amaze me. And somebody could have put it there, God. I don't know, and no one knows. But people's imagination and religion and what religion you're in, I mean, it's getting out of hand. It really is. And I could understand it in Jesus' time, but not now. And these religions are all making their own rules up, what they believe in, like they're not even going by the Bible. Anyway, back to people's imagination. I get a load of emails to do with all different subjects, and one of them is demons. Christians actually believe that the information that mediums get come from demons. What a load of rubbish. There's no such thing as demons, and there's no such thing as hell or poltergeist. I know this because I'm in a medium and I pick up the unknown. And the unknown that people don't know, I do know. And poltergeists and all this stuff, it's the way spirits that used to be human beings try to contact people down here that there is another dimension. And they try it through everything. They try it through witchcraft, they try it through Ouija boards, tarot cards. They use these as instruments to try and contact people down here. And even when people have a bad time and things move in the house, and it does happen, and some people say, oh, that's a demon, but it's not a demon. It's your family trying to scare you to stop messing about with something you don't know about. That's why they do it. And if you read it in a symbolic way of what they're doing. I mean, I had a girl, give you an example, that she got in touch with me and through a friend and said that her drawer was opening and this shelf in the bathroom was falling out with bath salts on it, and this ornament of a figure of a woman kept falling out, and it kept happening every day. She said she had a vicar in, but it done no good. It was still happening. Because believe it or not, vicars, spirits don't take notes of vicars. It's all another belief and imagination, and they think it works, and it does not. What does work is someone like me getting in touch with what's going on in the house and why. And when objects are moving in houses, they're trying to talk to you. Well, anyway, I went to this girl's house and I said, you've got an uncle up here, blah, 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 and described him, what he done, and, you know, his job, everything. I said, well, he's the one that's haunting your house. And he said, why? I said, well, you're on your own at the moment, aren't you? And you've just, I said, the father of your baby, you've actually fell out. And there's no way of him coming back. And you're just sitting around dreaming and hoping that he'd come back. And he's not going to come back to you. And you're just wasting your life, and you've done it for a while now. And it's their way of trying to push you to go and get a life. I mean, what other way can they do it? That's what they're there for. They're there to help you. And the way they talk to you, if you fit this together, they tell you to get a bath, get some clean clothes out of the drawer, look like the woman in the ornament, and go out and get somebody else. And if you do that, three little things like that tells you what the spirit is trying to say to you. And she done all that, and the house was haunted again. There's always an explanation for what even people think is it's their imagination, and it's stuff that's been over thousands of years. The imagination is, you know, some people go a bit too far, really. I mean, some people don't, some people do. And there's always an explanation. And from demons to witchcraft and messing with tarot cards and Ouija boards, it's a spiritual world that use all these. And even when you go to a haunted house, there's reasons why houses are haunted, because spirits go back to them houses that used to actually live there as a memory thing. And you do an action replay, and that's what people do. That's what they pick up. And there's a lot of people exaggerating all this stuff. You know, they're really going overboard, a lot of people, and even the Bible and everything else, you know. I mean, you just have to look at some of the things. Whoever wrote that Bible it was wrote, far as I'm concerned, to keep peace on earth. That's it. Thou shalt not kill, love thy neighbour, you know, and all the other things in it. Whoever wrote it, it's got a bit overboard, just like Christians, you know, talking about demons. There's no such thing, you know. I would have picked up the unknown of all this stuff, and I never have. And my mother's around me, and she tells me all this stuff, and I believe in my mother than any other spirit up there. And I know it's my mother, and she tells me everything. Even they don't know there's a God, and my mum was very religious. I mean, all you people, really, you want to get your act together. And the people who wrote emails, you know, I mean, even cases, you know, people or hell, for instance. I mean, there's one dimension. Well, there's two. There's earth, and that's hell. And there's a spiritual world, and that's where we all go. Fire, and even the fantasy to do with the devil is, you know, no one's ever seen anything like this. You know, there's never been any truth about it. And that's why, because they don't exist. Hell doesn't exist. Demons don't exist. The spiritual world exists. And that's it. And all these fantasies, and even Christians, the way they judge Harry Potter and things like that, makes me, you know, they're really going overboard. They really are. People want to look at evidence instead of their imagination getting carried away to fantasy like Harry Potter. I don't think a lot of people will listen to this video here, like, you know, because people are too brainwashed to do with the Bible and everything else. They should be just open-minded. They're going overboard. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. God bless. If there is one there, but I say it anyway, to hope that there is. Bye-bye.